Hey everybody, it's Colin here at the North Outdoors, and today we unboxing and installing these JL Audio C2 Coaxles. They're 5x7s. They're two-way speakers, so you'll get the good mid-bass and vocals, and it's got a tweeter in the middle of them, so you get the nice high pitches and everything. And I got 4 of them. We put it in my truck today. And then we've got an Alpine 4-way speaker amp. And it's really slick because you get to use all of, like, the original wires for them. You don't need any power cables or anything like that. It just goes straight into the head unit, and then into a harness, into the head unit, and then into a harness, and then into the speakers, which is really slick and something new that Alpine came out with. Alright, so I'm just gonna open up the box here and show you guys what they look like and what we got. Here we've got like screws and plugins and stuff. And then you guys will look at the speakers. You don't really see like old speakers like these very often. It's in a lot of newer vehicles they have circles, but there's a tweeter in the middle. These are the C2 570Xs. Alright, so we're going to open up the amp here now. So here is the amp itself, which is pretty small compared to like amps for like subs and stuff. You can basically fit that anywhere in the truck. Then we've got 2 wiring harnesses, which this thing is really slick. One goes from the amp into my deck, and then the other one goes from the amp straight into the wiring, like the same wiring as the factory speakers, which is really slick, and that's all you have to do. Alright, so first we have to take out the factory speakers, and we got one in the door here, which they're both 5x7s. Everything 5x7s, it'll be going in the same spot. But we're going to have to pop this door panel off here to get that one out. And we've got another one that is back behind in there. And it's the same thing on the other side. So we're going to pop all these panels off and try to get these old speakers out. Okay, so we need a Phillips. There's a Phillips in here. Then a Phillips here. And then I need to pry this off here. And then we've got Torx in there. So I just want to take this whole panel off. And then obviously do the same thing at the other door. We got the first panel off. And then we're going to have to take these screws out here, which is more Torx, to get at the speaker. Yeah, these don't really look like 5x7s. Like the person where we got these from said that they should all be 5x7s, but they might be wrong. Yeah, definitely not 5x7s. But still might be able to make a 5x7 fit. Okay, so we're gonna have to carve a little bit of the metal out here and out here, so it'll sit flush and then it's not in the way of the door panel. Because right now, with the spacer on, when we put the door panel back on, it hits the tweeter. It hits the speaker, and especially when we're actually listening to music, the speaker's actually moving a little bit. Like there's no room for it at all. So we're gonna have to do it without a spacer, and then carve this out so we can get it to sit flush. And then also, when you're putting speakers in, you want to check this gear right here if you have roll-up windows, or even I think electric ones might have it too, I don't know. But you want to move that and make sure that that doesn't hit anything on your speaker, or when you put your wires in, that you don't have the wires in that side so it doesn't get caught in that gear.
So we couldn't find any metal blades for the Sawzall, so we're going to have to use the grinder and grind it out. And then we've got a fire extinguisher here, CO2 fire extinguisher, just in case things get messy. So yeah. So after seeing that we had to like remove this much, we went and looked a little bit more, and we finally found a Sawzall blade. So we'll be cutting the rest of the Sawzall instead of the grinder. So we cut it all out, and it fits in here good now. You put the spacer on the outside, so if the speaker is moving around or anything, if it hits anything, it'll just hit the spacer and not the speaker. And we put the door panel on now that we had it cut out and set up in here. It's got room and it fits. It's good. So we've got a little bit of a gap here, which will make it not sound as good, because the door kind of works as like a speaker box. So what we're doing here is you got some of this foam tape, basically. You can get it like any auto store or whatever, and then we're putting it along that where the gap is to seal it. And then these speakers should be good. So in the back here we got more Phillips just to take off the speaker panel here. Just one in every corner of it to get that off and out. So the speaker just hooked up right into this piece of plastic, so you can just pull it out and unplug it. So then you're going to want to take these 4 off, so then we can mount the new speakers onto this. So we've taken these plastic pieces out of the back, and then I took the old speakers off of them, which actually is the correct size of the new ones that we got. So we don't have to cut anything or modify anything, and that bolts or screws right back on. Like the new speakers will screw right on to that, and they fit perfect. And then we hooked it up with the wiring. And just so you guys know, we're pretty sure brown, or clip side, we're pretty sure the clip side on the clip is positive, and the other one is negative, just in case you guys are wondering if you had to do some guess and check with it. So yeah, I'm gonna put this back up there and mount them in. So we've got both of the rear speakers back in this plastic thing, and then wired up and screwed back in. And then we've drilled holes for all the extra mounts into the metal for the door speakers. And we've got the foam tape on covering all the gaps and everything, so it'll sound nice. So here is before the amp. Show you guys what it sounds like. This is how easy it is to hook up this amp. You legitimately just plug one end into here, which is your wires that lead to your the speakers, and then you plug the other end in there. That's it. Pretty slick. So here we've got the amp hooked up. We haven't mounted or anything yet, but we just hooked it up so you can see what it sounds like.
From all the little things, and the reason that I scream.
So as you can see, a lot better with the amp. A lot better. And literally all we had to do was just plug 2 wires in. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. There'll be more speaker audio videos to come, like I said, with the I'll be making a subs video, and then also I'll be making a video on putting a straight axle in because my front axle is actually bent right now. So we're gonna do an axle swap. I got a Dana 60 straight axle, which we'll be putting in for you guys too. So stay tuned and subscribe if you're not already.